what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, from the streets of Atlanta to global hip-hop influence. You know him from classics like Let's Get It, Thug Motivation 101, and a legacy that helped shape trap music as we know it. Y'all, please welcome to the show Snowman himself, Young Jeezy. What up, Jeezy?
What's up? How you feeling, brother? How you feeling?
Man, I'm good. Thank you for waking up early.
Yes, sir. Got to do it for my guy, man. How you been, Rick?
Hey, I've been doing good, man.
What up, boy? How you?
What's up, baby?
I'm
Come
chilling,
on,
baby.
baby.
I'm chilling.
I'm good. I see you out there living. I love it. You know,
Yes,
my
good
sister.
to hear your voice. Absolutely.
Good to hear you.
Absolutely.
Man, I saw clips from the kickoff of your Legend of the Snowman Vegas residency, man. It looked absolutely incredible.
Yes.
I have to ask, how did it feel when you stepped out on that stage this weekend?
It was, this is something we've been working on for a second. It was surreal because, to get a Vegas residency is also a big deal, but to also see a vision actually unfold in front of, culture, it was a real moment because, most people think this is a show. We've been seeing Jeezy for years. We're going to pull up. I think everybody left like, wow, like this was actually an experience. And that's what I was most excited about. The culture having an experience in the music capital of the world, the entertainment capital of the world.
That's what's up, Jeezy. I just feel like, you keep reinventing yourself every time. Like you always add something fly to it each year and each time that we see you. I remember the first time I went to your video shoot, the first video you did in Miami.
Yeah.
And we was on that roof, bruh. First of all, nobody had ever gave me like $5,000 to just throw in the air. You know what I'm saying? So that was an experience right there for me. And I had been in the game for a minute. I was the brat. You know what I'm saying? Like doing my thing. But I was just happy for that experience. Thank you to you and Meech for, showing me that. And it was just like, wow, It was a whole new thing for the whole culture. You know what I'm saying? So when you look back at Let's Get It and Thug Motivation 101, did you realize at that time you were shaping a whole movement in hip-hop, bro?
You know what it was? For me, I just wanted to be heard under the circumstances, with everything going on in real life. You didn't know if you was going to be around. So I put everything I had into that album. And probably the best thing I ever did, probably, that year when you had your roughest year and you wrote in your journal and you wrote every page and it was real. And then you go back and read that journal 20 years later and you go, damn, I did the right thing. You know what I mean? So for me, I did the right thing by putting my life and my truth in that album because 20 years later, that's still my foundation. You know, and I told him back then I was a corporate thug, so I ain't telling no lies. I'm still corporate thugging.
Do you feel like your impact on trap music is fully recognized, or is it still, more credit due?
It's crazy, Ricky. Like, I never looked at it like that. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like when you take Martin Luther King, like, I don't think he was looking at it, he was going to be a civil rights leader. Right. He was just doing what was in his heart. For me, I'm just for the truth for the people. So, like, for me, never really, because I was in the trap. I definitely didn't want to, to be the king of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but I never looked at it like that. But what I do love, and you know how much I love Tupac, is that he stood for the trap element in it, but what it was, the bigger vision was becoming something that could evolve. You know what I'm saying? Like coming from that and representing that, but also being greater than that because you're bigger than your circumstances. So when people say trap, to me, I kind of look at it as like they kind of trying to box you in a little bit because it's almost like you can't look at, some of the greats and just put them in the box. And to me, like, trap is such a small piece of who I am and a small piece of what our culture is. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, that's just one thing, but we so much more. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
So what would you say, speaking of, what was the hardest lesson you had to learn while transitioning from, those street narratives to mainstream success?
Ooh. Man, you gotta go to war with yourself, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm a worthy opponent. You know what I mean? I hate to have to fight me. I had to really do some soul searching, and I'm serious about, this. This is way bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a nobody's mentor. I ain't trying to be. I'm just like, my mission in life is to show my people that you can do anything you want to do, and you can go in and deal with things that you've been through and become a better individual in whatever field you're in. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, for me, it was spiritual, it was clarity, it was all these things. But, you know, I'd realized, like, black men, we don't got no outlets, and we don't got nobody to look at and say, damn, you see how he did that? But that's my job. You know what I'm saying? Like, every day I get up, I'm like, how can I do this better? Can I be better? How can I get this information back? How can I show my people? How can I get my people here? How can I get them there? That's what the Vegas was all about. It's like we supposed to be there. It wasn't no opening weekend. That was our welcome home party. Like, how the hell we not in Vegas?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
You said that. You said that. I had to fight myself, and I am a worthy opponent. I'm taking that home.
Yeah, me too. We gonna steal that from
I'm
we
taking
gonna ball that one. So look, Jeezy, has fatherhood, maturity, and life experience changed the way you approach music now, the way you write?
I think it approaches the way that I carry myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of the music that I wrote that people love was catalog music, you know, and I respect that, you know what I mean? Because that's when I was going through the realest things. But, you know, fatherhood has definitely shaped why I make my decisions, why I carry myself, and why I live my life. You know what I mean? Even on the health tip, you know, I know you just had, you know, a child, so congratulations. And it's just like, you know, you want to be you want to be here for your kids. Like, you want to be here, you want to be healthy, you want to be peaceful, you don't want to be stressed out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just
you don't
like,
want to be cussing people out.
Right. You know, y'all know young Jeezy. Y'all don't play now. Y'all know.
I know now. Yeah, I know now.
Right. Yes. So, but now I'm in such a good place, and you know, it's nothing but love around me. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like, for me, like, that's how I base my decisions. So I'm not about to go out here and do nothing crazy, because I love my life. I love my kids. I love, you know, my culture. I love what I do. That's how I make my decisions, based on if this is aligned with my peace or not. Because if it ain't aligned with my peace, I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Oh, man, there ain't nothing to apologize for when it comes to protecting your peace. And if you miss any part of this interview, you can check it out on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts.